Welcome to the Blues Asia Network on UR Face Radio. Your host, Tomcat Coleman. The only source covering blues across Asia and the Pacific.
We'll keep the train rolling, steady across the land, down along the Delta, to where it all began. And when the backbeat draws near, it's the same thing that we all hear. Won't you get up, get on the blues train? Come on, get up, get on the blues train. Come on, get up, get on the blues train. Won't you ride? Won't you ride?
Yeah, won't you ride with us tonight, right here on Blues Asia Radio? We've got another really fascinating show, lots of new material. We've had,
Lots of news.
we've had a lot of inputs from people out around the region sharing stuff with us. So hang on for this ride. Yeah, so, okay. And we'll be back with you in just a second. Yeah, okay, folks. We're here again in episode number 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just keep coming up with new discoveries. I tell you, we're really having a lot of fun pulling all this material together. This show is, of course, Blues Asia TV. It's brought to you by the Blues Asia Network and UR Face Radio. And again, thanks to RJ, Jacinto, and all the crowd here at UR Face Radio for helping us make this possible.
Yeah, and we're getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, and the word is spreading. We even got communication from somebody in Turkey.
Oh, wow.
This week, saying how much he really enjoyed this show, and he said, you know, I when I look at TV, it's all so boring, and now I found your show, and it's so interesting and refreshing, and it puts spotlights on some of your semi-professional musicians rather than the glamour boys and girls.
Yeah.
Anyway, that sort of feedback is really gratifying to us. Anyway, excuse me, we'd like to start off tonight with sharing a little bit of news with you. Mm-hmm. And it has been confirmed to us that the Soy Dog Blues Band in Bangkok will indeed be playing every Saturday night.
Yeah. At Tokyo Joe's.
Yeah, at Tokyo Joe's. So that's good news. Yeah. And if you ever go to Bangkok, that is one of the main places to go to.
Yeah.
And one of the main bands to listen to.
And we have also the Jakarta International Blues Festival.
Okay.
Which is on December 17th.
Yeah. And that's a big event. And do you know who's headlining this year?
Oh, who?
John Mayall and the Blues Breakers.
Oh, wow. What a big event.
Yeah. And that's there are a lot of people getting very excited about that. Yeah. And then there's another piece of news that you know about, and that's Hard Knocks, Hard Rocks.
Oh, yeah.
That's an event right here in Manila.
Yeah, and my band are into it.
Yeah, you guys are opening the show. And it's really quite an innovative concept. And we here at Blues
Yeah.
Asia Network were
It's,
honored to be approached by Baldugan Martial Arts
Yeah.
to join them in promoting, and it's one half martial arts competition,
Yeah.
and it's one half mini blues festival.
Yeah, it's a fusion of blues and martial arts.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. One friend told me, he says, "Oh, maybe you should have called it Black and Blue."
Definitely right.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got three of the hottest young bands
Yeah,
in the blues area. Your band, the
Yeah.
Ian LaFamia Blues Band.
Yeah.
Uh,
And one of the top youngest blues band here, the Blue Rascals.
yeah, absolutely. The Blues Rascals.
Yeah.
And the third band
Yeah,
is
the promising band Electric Sala.
Electric Sala.
With their 11 years old drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're turning into a real hot sort of blues rock band. It's four brothers.
Yeah.
So that's really going to be an unusual event, and it's going to be at the Villamore Gym, and it's out for those in Manila. It's out on the main road going to NIA 3 Airport Terminal, and there's the big circle there with a big steel structure in the middle, and the gym is just right there at that circle. So, and that's going to be on
December 3.
December,
Yeah.
December 3, from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock. Okay, and then there's one other piece of news, and this is really major. Brendan Power, who is one of the leading harmonica gurus in the world, and he does clinics about harmonica all over the world. And he was just elected by the harmonica players in the U.S. as the top harmonica player of 2011. Anyway, he launches on Tuesday. He launches his tour of Asia, and he's starting out in India. And let's see, on the November 23rd, it's a private clinic he's giving at a college in India, and then on November 26th. He's going to be at the Indigo Live Music Festival in Bangalore.
Yeah.
And then on the 28th and 29th,
29th,
he's at the International Film Festival of India in Goa. And then on December 2nd, he's doing a harmonica clinic. What's that? At
Guwahati.
Yeah, Guwahati, yeah. And December 3rd, he's going to be appearing at the first Guwahati International Music Festival. And in all those places, he's going to be doing clinics and concerts showing off just what the harmonica can do. And that's just his first country stop.
And he's going to the Philippines too,
He's
right?
coming to the Philippines, and he'll arrive here on December 5.
Wow.
So we'll be telling you more about that.
Yeah, harmonica players,
next
mark
week.
your calendars.
Yeah, yeah. And since we mentioned harmonica players, you're a harmonica player. Ian
yeah.
has set up a special group on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, the Pinoy harmonica page on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah. So if you're at all interested in harmonica and you're here in the Philippines, you don't even have to be in the Philippines. Join the Pinoy harmonica group on Facebook. Okay. Well, now, we thought since we've been talking about Brendan Power, we ought to give you a sample of what he does. And this particular video, he's really pushing the envelope on the harmonica and taking it in new directions. So let's take a look at Brendan Power, and he's playing his own designed harmonica. He has his a really innovative design for harmonica, which he's going to be showing off in this. And he's playing, what is he playing? Sweet Georgia Brown.
Okay.
So, Brendan Power, Sweet Georgia Brown, as you've never heard it before. Yeah, yeah, that's the amazing Brendan Power, and he's going to be roaming around in Asia.
Yeah, I love how experimental Brandon Power is.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. He's just pushing the borders on what the harmonica does and trying out electronic tricks and things. And I should mention that Brendan is an endorsee of Suzuki harmonica, which is manufactured in Japan. And they're the ones that are sending him around the region. So thanks to Suzuki for sharing Brendan Power with us over here in Asia. Now we've got even some more news. And We received a communication from Dom Turner, and Dom Turner is the guitarist with the Backsliders, which is one of the most important, most famous, most awarded blues bands in Australia. And Dom shared with us that this coming Saturday, on November 26th, he's going to be stopping by in Singapore, and he's going to go to the Crazy Elephant, which is, of course, a major, major blues-oriented bar. And he's going to be sitting in, and he's joining another friend of his, Alex Terry, harmonica player, and they're going to be sitting in with the house band at the Crazy Elephant this Saturday.
Wow.
And gosh, I just realized, in our first about 8 minutes here, we've talked about blues in India. We've talked about blues in Bangkok. We've talked about blues in Jakarta. We've talked about blues in Manila, and we've talked about blues in Singapore. My goodness, blues is busting out. Okay, well, anyway, we want to share with you a sample of Dom Turner and the Backsliders, and as a matter of fact, we've decided in the first segment of this week, we're going to focus on Australia, and
like we did on the past, like we focus on Thailand and Japan, right?
That's right. And you can go to our website or YouTube and check back previous episodes and see our country focus.
Yeah.
And anyway, it's Australia this week, and we're going to be listening to Dom Turner and the Backsliders, and it's a video song called Evil Cloud. Yeah. And let's see, they were playing at the Adelaide International Guitar Festival back in 2008 in this video.
Okay.
Okay. Dom, take it away.
Please welcome the Backsliders.
Yeah, that is Dom Turner and the Backsliders. And I tell you, that song, oh, we've still got some more coming up here. Yeah, keep it going, keep it going.
Suburban streets and the shopping mall, thinking the physical sense with the skin, classifying the grades of sin. Above you shop ya, above you shop ya, above you shop ya, above you shop ya.
Ah, there he goes. Okay, I thought that song was going to cut out on us, but gosh, what an infectious mood they build up in that song. And who says blues is sad?
Yeah.
Anyway, one of the most interesting things that happened for us this week is on just 2 days ago, we got communication from out of the blue from Matt Dunn in Australia. And he introduced himself to us and shared with us a video, which we'll play in just a moment. But of course, I was intrigued. You know, who is Matt Dunn? And so I did a little bit of poking around and discovered he is a very fine harmonica player.
Oh,
he
wow,
goes by the name Harpdog. And he is one of the major people documenting the blues in Australia. And he has a YouTube channel with tons of great video.
Oh, really?
And so Matt and I, we got into a discussion about that, and he has volunteered to be one of our regular contributors. And so, Matt, welcome aboard. And I tell you, you've got a lot of material that we'll be able to share on our program and share it around the world.
And you know, Sir Tom, that's good. And that's lots of harmonica players eventually just puff around.
Yeah, and interesting, we didn't plan it
From
this
nowhere,
way.
yeah.
We got a lot of harmonica tonight on the show. But in any case, I'd just like to say that there are probably other videographers out there around Asia. And if you want a really fine, enjoyable activity, start documenting the local music scene and include the blues in what you're doing. And we've got several people like that. We've got Ross, who's also in Australia, goes by the name Rooster McBlurter, and we'll see some of his stuff later. We've got Jimi in Singapore. We've got Ron in Bangkok. But we want more. And so if any of you folks out there are documenting the local music scene and the blues, let us know about it. In any case, let's take a look at the video that Matt Harpdog shared with us. And this is Jimi Beavis, and he is going to be doing Ain't Afraid of Crying. And this was performed just a few weeks ago at a blues event on Broadbeach in Australia. So let's go.
held you the night your mother died. I bought you whiskey and tissues. Oh, you just sat there and cried. And if the night had been better, you would see me cry too. I ain't afraid of crying. I ain't afraid of crying. I ain't afraid of weeping. Missing out and sleeping. If it means that you come on back to me. Come on, hero, come on. To you anymore, but you packed the Beavis suitcases and you count them on out the door, and you take out your $152.50 rent for the week. You slap it down on the floor. I ain't afraid of crying. I ain't afraid of crying. I ain't afraid of weeping. Missing out on sleeping. If that means that you come on back to me. If I told you once, now I'm telling you twice. The bravest man unafraid to cry. Now you've made it clear that you're no longer mine. Now my favorite girl is a bottle of wine. Oh, now baby, I ain't afraid of crying. Come on, y'all, come on. I ain't afraid of crying. No, 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 no. I ain't afraid of weeping. Missing out on sleeping. Oh, if it means that you come on back to me.
Oh, what a fine video. And the audio on that is so good. The bass is so full and rich, that acoustic bass. And and that was shared with us by Matt Dunn, Harpdog. And thanks for sharing it with us.
And sort of what interesting is their bass player is a girl.
Yes,
Yes.
Absolutely. And well, and it's a great big stand-up bass too. Yeah,
That's kind of rare, right?
yeah, and that song is kind of got a jump blues feel to it. So it's got your acoustic bass, and it's a little bit jazzy. You got your saxophone, and it's another kind of flavor of the blues.
Great stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great stuff. Great arrangement. Anyway,
And in the meanwhile, sort of, we feature young kids play the blues, right? Here.
absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Every week we do that.
But this kid is a big deal to the blues.
Yeah.
He plays in various blues festivals, and he is only 12 years old.
He's only 12 years old and already being featured at blues festivals.
And he has a real feel to the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll certainly see that here in just a minute. In any case, this is a Bailey Judd.
Yeah.
Bailey Judd
From Australia.
from Australia doing Crossroads. There we
Okay,
go.
let's check this kid out.
Yeah.
I went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. Went down to the crossroads, fell down on my knees. I asked the Lord above for mercy, say me if you please. I'm going down the crossroads, trying to flag a ride. Went down to the crossroads, tried to flag a ride. Nobody seemed to know me, everybody passed me by. I'm going down to Rosedale, take my rider by my side. Going down to Rosedale, take my rider by my side. In the steel barrel house, baby, on the riverside.
Yeah, that's Bailey Judd.
Oh, sir, Tom.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. This kid is not 12 years old.
Only 12 years old.
This kid goosebumped me.
Yeah, oh my. And they grow them young there, the blues players in Australia.
I believe there's no age limit to play the blues.
Yeah, there's no age limit to play the blues. And in our next segment, we've got yet another guy that'll rattle your cages. In any case, that was shared with us also by Harpdog, and thanks, because we would have never discovered that kid if it weren't for Harpdog. So thanks for sharing that with us. And now we can pass it on to everybody out there in the world on Blues Asia TV. Now, as we mentioned at the top, we're focusing on Australia. We're going to continue our focus on Australia now that we've done our youth spotlight. And we're going to turn to another one of our contributors. He was actually our first major contributor when we started this program back even before we went international. And this is Ross, who goes by the name Rooster McBlurter. And boy, Ross has really captured some great video as well. And so he has captured this next video. And also, I'd like to think that this videos of Collard Greens and Gravy featuring Ian Collard.
Yeah.
And we'd like to thank Ian because he also has said, oh, yes, please share my video around the world. So, thanks to everybody. Yeah. And we're going to be catching Collard Greens and Gravy doing You Hear This Rambling. And this was done about a year ago.
Yeah, in Melbourne.
Yeah. Okay. So Collard Greens and Gravy.
It must have been the devil's time, that good girl of lying around.
Yeah, that's Ian Collard and Collard Greens and Gravy, and Ian is really recognized as one of the very, very top harmonica players in Australia. And that was shared with us by Rooster McBlurter. Ross, thanks a lot, Ross. And he also shared with us the next video we're going to take a look at. And, you know, one of the things that I'm finding so fascinating about putting this show together is I'm meeting and learning about so many blues players.
Yes, me too.
All over the region. And one of the things that is beginning to happen, because I actually, we started this show way back in June. You've just been with us for 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I've been doing this now for, well, since it's 5 months almost. And I'm beginning to develop, I've got my real favorites. And Ian is one of them. Another one that has emerged as a major favorite of mine is the next artist we're going to feature, called Dutch Tilders. And there's just something about the way this guy sings. I don't know. It just
Maybe we can see what that sounds
it really, it really gets to me. But anyway, let's take a look at Dutch Tilders. I'm a Blues Man.
when I say, stop the rest, I'm a blues man. Singing the blues everywhere I go. And I'm a whole lot of trouble, letting everybody know.
Okay, Dutch Tilders, and I don't know. When he sings, it just really touches me for some reason.
Me too.
Yeah. Okay, what we've been seeing in this hour and our spotlight on Australia in this segment is that the blues is just really potent in Australia. It's it's just all over the place. There's so many players, there's so many clubs, and the blues is just really rich in Australia. And anyway, we're going to close out this segment and stay in a mellow kind of mood. And we're going to close out with another one of the players in Australia that is merging as one of my favorites. And this is Ross Ward. And he's going to be sharing with us. It's an old standard crop duster blues. And this will take us out of our first segment of this week.
Yeah.
Stay tuned because we've got some really fascinating things coming up in segment 2 of episode 5.
Yeah.
So be sure to check out episode 2. But thanks for joining us in episode 1.
Keep on sharing videos.
Yeah, and thanks for everybody down there in Australia that has been sharing such great material with us. In any case, this is Ross Ward, Crop Duster Blues.
Duster, and I'm looking for a field to spray. I'm your crop duster, and I'm looking for a field to spray. And if you pay me enough, sweet darling, I can spray in your field all day. You see me coming, you think I'm spraying too quick. See me coming, think I'm spraying too quick. Just give me a sign, sweet baby, and I'll pull back on my old joystick. I want to fly around your town. I get restless field I like, I'm gonna set my airplane down. Crop duster, looking for a field to spring. I'm your crop duster, looking for a field to spring. And if you pay me enough, sweet darling, I can spray in your field all day. Thank you very much, Crop Duster Blues.
That was the end of our first segment here, and we're getting ready to do a little business and keep the folks here at UR Face Radio happy. And again, we want to thank them for hosting our show. And we're going to cut away and do a little business for UR Face Radio. Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
UR Face Radio, the worldwide Pinoy music portal. It's the latest radio innovation by the Real Music Institution, RJ. UR Face Radio, broadcasting live through Facebook. This is UR Face Radio. Local support. Filipino artists will have a new residence for sharing their music, photos, and videos with UR Face Radio's full-blown audio and video streaming. From college bands, independent productions, record labels, and more, UR Face Radio will serve as your new worldwide source for Pinoy music. Live sessions. UR Face Radio will be the music fans' ultimate band channel with daily live performances. Artist exchange. Musicians and fans can interact online, live on video. From exclusive interviews, rare footage, and remote guestings, UR Face Radio will serve as the online bridge between bands and listeners. Remote concerts. With UR Face Radio's streaming capabilities, you can experience and watch the hottest gigs around the metro, anywhere in the world, direct from Facebook. UR Face Radio. Experience the worldwide Pinoy music portal in 3 easy steps. Log on to facebook.com/UR Face Radio. Like it and click listen or watch live. It's a whole new radio experience, providing you with a worldwide platform for Pinoy music, online, real time. This